Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me from the Fitchburg Police Department, we got Lieutenant Ned here. Ned, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing fantastic, Jeremy. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for taking the time out. Glad to have you back on the show. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today, really with a focus on staff and personnel. You've had some changes in personnel. You've had some recruiting. You've had a dog that celebrated a 40th anniversary. You've got a little bit of everything going on. So let's start with some retirements and staff. You had a couple of notable names here retire after many years of great service.
Yeah, lots of years of service. Has recently retired from our department. Civilian service employee Victor Marsh retired, his second retirement, walking out after six plus years of service as a civilian service employee as a dispatcher. We're going to miss him and his skills. And then Officer Virginia Thane retired after more than 25 years in law enforcement, closer to actually 28 years in law enforcement and more than 25 years with us. And so she played a critical role in a number of very important units in the department, and we will miss her, but wish her the best of luck.
Yeah, and she and Victor both have very familiar faces. I don't know why, but they both stand out to me because I've ran into them so many times. So either way, congratulations to those folks. You also have a pinning ceremony. So we brought on some folks with a recent recruitment. Tell us about that ceremony that happened today, and what's the status, I suppose you'd say, of these officers.
Sure. So the badge pinning ceremony is something that we want to use to kind of bookend new employees, beginning fresh start with our department, and welcome them in with their friends and family. We had 5 officers that were pinned today, 2 of whom recently completed the law enforcement academy. Another 2 who are coming to us as lateral officers, that are experienced officers from other departments, and then one of our officers that's been in our field training program who had not yet been formally pinned with his badge, so he'll be recognized. In addition to those 5 who were recognized today, we also have another officer that is going to be starting the law enforcement academy coming up here very shortly. So in summary, we have a lot of new faces that you'll see in our department and out in the community.
Yeah, certainly is. And that's just because of the retirements that have been going on. So certainly welcome to all the new officers coming on board. And then we do have a recruitment. So we still got more work to be done here. Tell us about the recruitment that is on its way.
Yep. So we are in the middle of a police officer recruitment due to, as you said, the retirements and the new positions that were added for the Town of Madison attachment that's coming on later this year. We are hiring. We are looking for individuals out there, and no police experience is necessary. We want to get people to think about seeing themselves in this position, regardless of your background, your education, your experience. We're looking for people that are problem solvers, critical thinkers, good communicators. So this isn't limited to folks that went to school for criminal justice or are, really open to anyone. So we encourage people to give it some thought. There's more information available on our website. And if you take a quick second here and look, you could see yourself.
Oh, wow. You're kidding me.
See yourself in this. So yeah, you could see yourself or others that you might recognize in this position. So visit our website, learn more about the position. You can come and do a ride along. Applications are due June 5th. So we encourage people to really take a second and really step forward into this challenge.
Where did you get that photo? You have your sources. Are you and Andrew in on this? I like Andrew in the
no, there was no collusion here. I have my sources.
Well, first off, I don't know. You're going to need a really tall and long uniform for BAMLET if that's the case. And for me, I must have dropped some weight. So that's a good thing. If it means I'm going to drop some weight to join the police department, I think that's probably a win-win for me. But you're right. No experience required, and step forward to serve. I love that. That's written in here on the marketing that you're using to get officers in here. And there's a lot of opportunity too once you get into the department, and we'll talk about some of the opportunities next time that we do have an interview with you. But that's, I think, a good thing too in recruiting, is knowing that there are ways to move up in the department, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. There are a lot of different assignments that are out there, and we're adding some new things, and we'll talk about that next time.
Well, one of those is the canine unit, and Drago celebrating his 40th anniversary.
Yeah. Hard to believe. 40 years.
Where have I been?
Yeah, I mean, the department's already been around for 50 years now, 51 years. So yeah, Drago, if you do the math in Belgian Malinois years, that works out to 5 years of service. So we've appreciated each and every day of that service. Drago and his partner, John, who sometimes gets left out of the equation here, been a phenomenal part of our department. And it's hard to believe that it's already been 5 years.
Yeah, it's a good duo there, though, team. And the canine teams, we're on our second team, both have done a wonderful job with supporting the community, and then the support that a canine offers, another tool, if you will, for the police department. So it's great overall. Finally, we've been highlighting retirements, new jobs. One thing that's happened this past month is the police memorial, and then police week, plus the Wisconsin Law Enforcement Memorial. So we've had a little bit of everything, and we got to talk about all of those. So Ned, first off, tell us a little bit about Police Week, the National Police Week movement. And we had an officer who actually went to DC to help support some of the activities that went on.
Yeah, May 15th was designated by the president as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week around that is Police Week. And so every year, thousands of people converge on Washington, D.C. Among those are 6,000. This year, we're 6,000 survivors of fallen law enforcement officers. Sergeant Nick Clemens, who is one of our motor officers, had a very important duty out there this week, or actually last week now, of escorting along with close to 150 motor officers from around the country, escorting these survivors as they arrived at the airport to their hotels. And they were honored. Those survivors were honored and recognized. This year, there are over 600 officers that were added to the National Law Enforcement Memorial, which is a sad thing to think about. But the whole purpose of that week is to really honor their sacrifice. It's also to recognize the hard work and sacrifices that those serving make on a daily basis to their communities. And then locally, Friday, that was the Wisconsin Law Enforcement Memorial ceremony down at the state capitol. That's where the Wisconsin Memorial is. And again, there's names on there that are etched into eternity to honor their sacrifice that they gave to their communities in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, Ned, I appreciate you breaking that down, and want to send a heartfelt thank you to you and all of the officers at the Fitchburg Police Department, law enforcement in Wisconsin and across the nation for everything that you're doing. It's been a forever changing career, certainly, and a lot of challenges, a lot of great things that happen that people will never hear about. But overall, thank you to you and to the staff for everything that you're doing here to keep our city safe and help our city as well.
Yeah, thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it. We appreciate all the support that we receive from the community over Police Week and throughout the year. Really, we're very fortunate to serve such a great community, and we're also extremely fortunate to have such a great police department. All of our people are awesome and do a great job every day, and so it's a great thing to be a part of, and we appreciate the recognition.
Well, I appreciate you, Ned, and your time for helping us out here on Talking Fitchburg, and we'll check back in with you next month, sir.
Thank you very much, Jeremy.
You bet. You can check the police department's website, follow them on social media, stay up on the latest on what's happening at the department. And of course, we'll check back in with the police department next month. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.